Welcome. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If there sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. Hope you're all doing well out there. Okay. So we're going into the advanced side of the mystery now, into the truth, the meat of it. And it's going to get a bit more intellectual. I'm going to try my best to keep it as simple as I possibly can. I'm here to glorify our Father's name. Now, this is to give an insight into the Matrix itself. And there's a reason why I'm doing this, because as you go forward or taken up into the higher spheres through a mystical, sudden transformation with your life, you're going to find yourself in a world like this, yet not like this. Because there is always a framework behind a realm, a matrix, from the sublime to the gross. As I've mentioned, a lot of religious belief systems have painted a poor picture of the heavenly spheres. I have many mansions. If it was not so, I would have told you. Now, doing my deep dive into this research, the mansions he's referring to is this. And as you are coming into maturity as sons to the Most High, you're naturally going to be world bead builders. World bead builders. Pack it in. Right? And there's a reason for that. Because your husband, the Lord, the Maker, the Creator, is the eternal and is a creator. And you're being made in the image of the Father, have I not said? Which makes you a world builder. What? Okay, let me pause there. Why is this important? Because you will never, ever be happy in existence anywhere else but your own home. Is this not true? Even with the lower octaves, even though you go away for a long holiday, it feels so pleasing to be back home. Your immediate environment and what you term as your first estate, your home, is being created by you. It relates. It's familiar. As you go forward in maturity, being stripped of everything, coming out of your comfort zones, you find that even though you are stripped of everything, you're actually receiving everything too. Now, as you are going forward, growing with wisdom, awareness, knowledge, experience, truth, you start to appreciate the finer things of life, the little things, and the virtues of God. And this is going to go with you as you enter into the higher octaves and ages where there is a transformation with you and the realms that you dwell in. But it's always related to what's going to be in you. I can't stress that enough. Father is not going to take you to a completely other world in a completely different age where you do not understand anything. It doesn't happen like that. If you read the spiritual text, the ancient texts, Enoch, Emerald Tablets, the Apocrypha Bible, you will find a language where you cannot get to the extreme higher octaves, the heights of heaven. You have to go through a process of coming into like nature. Like attracts like is known to like alone. And by the time you get to these type of higher degrees and states, you would have formed your own unique path and home and dwelling place amongst the gods. This is told us in all the ancient texts. So I'm giving you an insight into the new worlds that you will find yourself in. However, Father told us I'm doing a new thing, but who can perceive it? With knowledge and the mystic's eye, your spiritual gifts being activated, as you see these strange anomalies and transformations with your life and the realm, you're going to be initiated with the transformations, accepting it. Okay. Well, I got something. Accepting it and being present, paying attention, which is the symbol of the Horus, the Christ, wakefulness, light and life. You'll see the slight variations and the blessings that comes into your life as you are moving forward. And the more that you are open-minded, being born again as the heavenly man Adam, you're more receptive acceptive of these transformations that's going to occur with you, where you start to ascend. I cannot stress that enough, because if you don't have these qualities, you don't go anywhere. And I think this is why Father is getting me on here to emphasize the importance of the wisdom and knowledge of God that dwells in us. Okay. So I'm going to give you an insight into these 5 archetypes. 5. All right. These 5 archetypes make up all of humanity in a world. In your world, you have the Elementive. Okay, you have the Elementive, Thoracic, Muscular, Osculus, Cerebranium. I'm going to give a very basic insight into these. These are the 5 main dominant archetypes that makes up all humanity that you will see in your world. All right. Now be aware, these 5 archetypes can be in a white square. Another 5, exactly the same, can be in a black square. Evil and good. All right. Now, I'll give you this insight now. By the time you finish your journey, you will be a balance of these 10 archetypes that are mixed and balanced through the absorption of the spectrum as a soul going through the space-time continuum. This will become a crown on your head, where you have nothing but compassion and love for these archetypes. To the pure, all things are pure. You will start to see the matrix. And as you go forward, you receive the matrix, becoming a co-creator with your husband in the new ages that you are going to abide in with your all-father, mother, daughter and son, with the Garden Eden, the temple restored. Okay, so the Elementive, they're the babies of humanity. They love food. Okay, they got dimples in the back of their hands. They are, should we say, the children of the realm who love food and simple entertainment, very childish in nature. Yet they can make great housewives, no disrespect there, or great salesmen. All right. Today, many are very sensitive and confused. This is the Elementive. All right. They won't go anywhere unless there's food. They stock up on food. They love simple entertainment, jokes, etc. Bit of a comedian. Okay. And they love simple thinking. Very simple. All right. They're the babies, and they do need, should we say, compassion and respect. All these archetypes do. Okay. We're here to support. You are going to support everyone in your immediate environment, in your world, because they are your projections. They are all the outpouring of your conscience, your consciousness. All right. Thoracic, the thriller. These are the showboaters. They love the brand things, the nicer things of nature. Nice cars, a big house. Okay, they like to be very well groomed, very egocentric, like to think they are the legends of the party. Okay, they can get very red-faced a lot. Okay, they think themselves something very special with all their attire, their clothes, and their material possessions. It creates their ego, their reality, the thoracic. Okay, they like to go to posh places and think themselves above others. Okay, put themselves in lofty positions. That's the thriller as well. Okay, who loves to show off all the things that he has, and the world, the Matrix, gives them everything, so they can be this personification of the thoracic. Yeah, very into the very egocentric vanity side of humanity. That's the best way of putting it. Then we got the muscular, the workers of humanity. These are your laborers, your bodybuilders, the workers that you will find in your immediate environment. Okay, they are very like the ox. And so these have their purpose in your realm. They are what help orchestrate the erecting of a civilization, the workers, okay, through labor. And so, again, these are your boxers and those where a lot of exertion is required, endurance. They are the muscular. Then you've got the osculus. These are your bankers. These are very lanky, tall people, very rigid in their whole amorisms, the way that they look, the way that they act. These individuals can read the same paper again and again. They can live in the same house, in the same street, their whole entire lives. Okay? They like numbers and patterns and they stick to it. They are the stayer. Then you got so yeah, you will find these as bankers or those who are crunching numbers, okay, in a very stalemate occupation, what occupies them, okay, as a LARP, a live action role play. Then you got the Cerebranium. These are your thinkers, your librarians, your scientists, your innovators, not imitators. You find the imitator will come from the osculus, the elementive, even the muscular, okay? But the Cerebranium, you'll find it got big heads. That they are the thinkers. And so if you mix any of, should we say, a portion of these archetypes together, you will then create a personification, a person. For example, if you have a muscular with a thoracic, you will find a strong personality of a footballer. See what I mean? These 5 make up all of humanity. Place these 5 in another country, tradition, ethnic background, etc. Right? That will set up that world, that country. Yet, with eyes to see, you'll still see these 5 archetypes. It's a very basic insight. So through the ages, we had the solar beings, the angels, come down into the host body system and didn't know how to properly, should we say, coexist and operate with these elementives. And so there was crisis, wars, until we find this individual who become aware of the matrix, of the 5 archetypes, and started organizing in a constructive way. And he was trying to please the Lord. You know this individual well. It's Solomon, King Solomon. Okay. And so he knew how to then use these 5 archetypes to his advantage. Only that comes with, again, it's almost like a tyrannical government enforcing nature to do things it's not supposed to do. All right. By applying yourself with your imagination, by turning to your Lord, accepting your environment from a place of love and righteousness and seeing it in a higher octave with the acceptance of these archetypes, you will dwell in a realm where there's no more curse, wolf, hunter, or lame bull, wolf, liar, or murderer. This is you growing as sons in maturity to the Most High, where you are listening to the Father. We are returning back to the Father, appreciating his law, how this all works. And when you start then doing that which is like the Father, imitating God, as we're told to in the Bible, your world, your realm will start to transform to a higher octave, higher sphere. We are the pools coming out of the deep. Now, we live and move and have our being in God and God in us. And there is these principles. He's a just God, a principle God. Okay. Universal, intelligent, creative power. These laws will be also in the, should we say, archetypes that's in your environment. As above, so below, as within, so without. To the sublime heights of heaven, to the depths of hell and the gross. You'll still find these same principles there, only at different degrees and presentation. Again, the 5 archetypes in the black square and another 5 in the white. Each one will have these principles, as even if they are, should we say, avatars. Flesh gives birth to flesh without the soul. Spirit gives birth to spirit. As an AI character, they still receive these principles that makes them, should we say, play their role in your environment, and being careful what to say and how to approach it. So universal, intelligent, creative power, the law of growth, nutrition and nourishment, healing, protection, survival. Hence, if you talk to the individuals about certain things that is outside their narrative, their code, they will protect the system, like Agent Smith. Law and order and need fulfilled. Then we get mentalism, gender, a correspondence, polarity, the extreme poles, rhythm, vibration, and cause and effect. These are principles laden up in the individual that you will come across in your immediate environment. You're going to experience all this yourself and wear the crown of it, knowing about all these archetypes, these traits that are also in you. You're going to be absorbed by the spectrum, the houses of the constellation, absorbing all the qualities and attributes in that where you wear the crown, because you are being made like the Father through the forming of the Son. God is the all in all, the microcosm, macrocosm. You are referred to as a heaven and earth, a universe within itself. So therefore, you must seek God and get understanding. Knowing that he's in your temple, you're going to start imitating God. This is then going to help usher you in to the kingdom of heaven by turning within and applying yourself correctly and trusting our source, walking with the Father, where he does everything with you, that you're going to trust the new environment that you are in. You still see something very similar to the last world you passed, only it's at a higher octave. And it's going to be amazing. I'm giving you an insight into a future that's coming, because many are confused about the heavenly realms because of the religious indoctrination. Many think they are going to die and be in a white robe playing a harp in front of a huge shiny throne. That's not how the heavens work. Our citizenship is in heaven, and there is ranks also and custodians and these principles laden up in these ages. Pay attention to your scripture. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Love you guys. Have a good day.